Being able to seamlessly move information from one device to another when they are running totally different operating systems seems like a dream. However, it is possible to have a shared clipboard between all your devices with ClipCascade. In today's video, I'll be demonstrating how to deploy ClipCascade on TrueNAS and how to install and use the Windows client to save something to the shared clipboard. This video was voted on over the weekend on the Servers at Home Discord server. If you would like to cast your vote, make sure you've joined the server. If you have not, there's an invite link in the video description below. I'm your host, Evan. Let's get started. Starting on my wiki, go to the search bar at the top and type in ClipCascade. Click the result. Copy everything from the deploy ClipCascade YAML file and jump over to Dockage. Let's start a new compose stack and call it ClipCascade. Remove all the placeholder information on the right and paste the YAML file. You'll notice in the volumes I am not setting a host path. The reason for that is this is a clipboard and by nature is ephemeral. If you want to go ahead and persist all that information, you can set a host path on your TrueNAS server, but I'm going to leave it like this because I expect the stuff in my clipboard to disappear over time. Click Deploy. To open ClipCascade, click the 8080 pill in Dockage. The sign-in credentials are on the wiki, but they are admin and admin123 for the password. First thing we're going to want to do is click the connect on the WebSocket URL. Once we are successfully connected, we can go ahead and start adding some text to our clipboard. For example, we can broadcast clip text to every device that's linked. What I want to do is deploy this on my Windows machine and then push some text from this main interface to my Windows machine to demonstrate how something can move from a clipboard in one place to a clipboard in another. Let's jump back to the wiki and scroll down to the client software section and visit the releases page. Here I'm going to scroll down until I find the .msi file. I'm going to click this to download it. Now I'm going to install it. I get a notice that Windows has protected my PC because this is a self-signed piece of software. Click more info and then click run anyway. Here's the ClipCascade setup. I'm going to hit next, next again, and then install. Click finish. ClipCascade is now asking me for a username, a password, and a server URL, some of which I've filled in already. The username and password are the same username and password I used to log in to the server. Let's enter the password and click login. I now get a success box saying this will run in the taskbar menu. Now to show you that this is working, I'll go ahead and drag my video notes over here, and I'm going to go ahead and copy. I'm your host, Evan. Let's get started. And in here, in the channel, you'll see the payload, I'm your host, Evan, let's get started, has been added to the server. This is now going to be available for any device that's connected to my server. ClipCascade currently covers a number of endpoint clients. You'll see on the releases page, it covers Windows, Mac OS, Android, Linux. That is pretty much all there is to it. It's a very simple program to set up. Let me know what you think in the video comments below. If you have any questions about this that are technical in nature, please go ahead and jump on our Discord server where we can better serve you instead of trying to answer a whole bunch of things in the video comments. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're not already to get all the latest updates on videos we produce. Thank you all for watching, and as always, stay curious.